Shalom, all glory, praises and honor is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, teachers of the Great Millstone, and also the like-minded men who are not part of Great Millstone, as I'm not, but are pushing the same doctrine, 144% truth of Great Millstone, who are the leaders of Yashahala, the Israel today on the earth, yeah? Some may dispute it, but hey, there you go, that's what it is. Salutations to the elect men, women and children of the house of David, the elect, and as part of the hopeful elect, salutations to the elect, you know. As apostles say, you've got to be humble in this thing. They've been in it 35 years plus and 15 in some cases and whatnot. Some have been in it decades, and the humble men, humble as far as, you know what I mean, the spirit shows. So here we go. So today, there's no specific, there was one I wanted to go into about death rises, rises in death rate in Indiana life insurance CEO reports, but it's in blacklisted news. So, you know, we've got here Wall Street deal making tops 58 trillion in record year as Fed floods world with money. Instant scripture that comes to mind, Habakkuk 2, yeah, Habakkuk 2, yeah, here we are. Where is it? Thick clay. Yeah, here we are. You know, it's going to go straight to the point. It's regarding the money, yeah. Wall Street deal making tops 58 trillion in record year as Fed floods world with money. That's the quantitative easing. That's the fiat currency that the apostles, elders, and teachers have gone into. That's the interest rates that will inevitably increase because the more supply there is, you know, the less valuable it is. So there we go. Yeah. Let's go to 2 and 5. Yeah. Yeah. Also because you know what? I'll start at 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So I was talking about the wicked, who is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man who proclaim themselves to be white, 1681, because he's a vagabond and a thief, and he's he's basically on the run. So they change the names wherever they go. They change the names of the lands and the landmarks, like Isaiah 49 and 11, and also Psalms 49 and 11. So and they think that the house will continue forever, but it won't. It will be ceased. We continue with this. Ye also, because he transgresseth by wine, it's his philosophies, yeah, and doctrines of, you know, so-called white Jesus for a start, yeah, Caesar Borgia, Serapis Christus, yeah, and his whole lifestyle, which is abomination in itself, the LBGT, QZXYZ and all that business and all that, yeah, or just the whole the philosophy, the wine, the lifestyles, yeah. He is proud man, yeah, there's no proud more than Esau, Obadiah, you know, it brings Obadiah to mind, yeah. Neither keepeth at home, basically goes everywhere around the world, doing what he, you know, chooses to do, using his sword and deception, you know, and don't stay in his place, which his place is Mount Seir, but obviously he's gone around, Esau, Edom, and the people have gone around the world and taken over different nations, where they should have just stayed where they were, because they're a thief and a vagabond, but that's not their nature. Who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, wherever he goes, death follows him, and cannot be satisfied. He can't be satisfied with anything. They always want more and more, keep on pushing it and pushing it. Even with, so for instance, take these Vanessa venoms, yeah? Initially, they said to people, oh yeah, you just take the one and it'll be okay. This C19 will be over. And now people are on 3, they're on 4. You know, they'll get up to 7 or 8, whatever, before they bring out the Charagma, because that's what the aim is, the MOTB. But gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. That's what he wants, full control, yeah? He's a control freak. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and taunting proverb against him, say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. And this is what they're doing. Go to that word clay, because I but yet, as the apostles have said. Can I get it? What's going on here? Right, interlinear. See if it comes up. It's not coming up for some reason, but it's I but yet. So I'll go translation comparison first. Let me try and reboot it. Yeah, so we'll go to NLT. Yeah, but sooner their captives will taunt them, they will mock them, saying, what sorrow awaits you, thieves? Now you will get what you deserve. You've become rich by extortion, but how much longer can this go on? Yeah. Let me see if I can get the translation thick clay. There we are. Thank you, Salak Thwada. I'll show for that. Thick clay.
Strong's H 5671. Avteet. Avteet.
The apostles have said it. Abakyat, yeah, it's pronounced. But yeah, going to the outline of biblical usage, weight of pledges, heavy debts, yeah, and that's what it's done. It keeps on pushing money into the system, which inevitably will crash it. Yeah, inflation. It will cause inflation and eventually hyperinflation, and the system will crash. Yeah, and then they'll bring in the digital CBDCs, and with it the MOTB. That's what their intention is to do. But yeah, so the next article here, Joe Rogan joins Getter in anticipation of censorship on Twitter. Yeah, so this is basically going to Isaiah 10 and 1, because even Esau don't like Esau coming out with certain things, and what that Joe Rogan's been doing is talking about the machinations and the C9s and saying it's, you know what I'm saying, saying what he's been saying. So word to them that decree unrighteous decrees and right grievousness which they have prescribed. Yeah, Psalm 90, a precept to that, PSA 94 and 20, I think. Yep. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which framest mischief by law? And that's what they're doing. Anybody, even their own people, they're basically censoring. It's as simple as that, because there's too much truth coming out. Obviously, the main truth is coming out from the apostles and teachers of Great Millstone and Israel pushing it out, yeah, but mainly Great Millstone, yeah, regarding definitely all the prophecies, 100%, yeah, because 100%. The prophecies are coming out from Great Millstone, but even Esau, some of them are on this anti-vaccination business, yeah, and they're censoring them as well. So, you know, but also some of them are on MOTB. We don't know who they may be, but the fact is Esau don't business is censoring his own people. You know, which is causing division. You know, that's Matthew, how can Satan be divided against Satan? That's Matthew 12 and 25. I'm going to go to the one in Mark. Cause division. So like here. Mark 3. So the points, which is 25. Yep. 33. And he called unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? Yeah, so the letters in red, the words in red, so that's Yahweh Shai speaking. Yahweh Shai meaning he is deliverer. He is salvation, he saves. Yeah, he's deliverer. Yeah. Yah meaning he, Yahweh Shai is deliverer, yeah? And not Jesus. Continue, and Mark 3:24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And with Esau pushing out these unrighteous decrees, Isaiah 10, it's just going to cause more and more division, which Yahweh Shai planned anyway, because it's his Yahweh Shai's plan, Yahweh's plan through Yahweh Shai, it's their plan. So more division. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand, and that's what it's causing. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but at an end. And that's what's happening. That's what we're seeing. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. And this is what's happening. Let's go to reiterate that point. It's in Wisdom of Solomon 12. So you can see it's going to be Egyptian, Isaiah 9:19. Eventually it's going to turn to sedition amongst men. That's 2nd Esdras 15:19-1. Right, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt. That's when Yahushua comes with the chariots. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and with the unjust laws. Talk about instance here, Joe Rogan being potentially banned on Twitter, and other people moving from YouTube to all the Odysseys and Rumbles and BitChutes, and this has caused just bare division in Esau's in Babylon, in the daughter of Babylon, in America, and across the world, and wherever Esau dwells, but mainly in America, which is the daughter of Babylon, that great whore. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And that's what's happening. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over to the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. And that's what's going to happen. You see, it's little bit by little bit that this kingdom is being brought down. We're going to see more and more sedition. We're going to see more and more of people rebelling against the orders of the kings, which is 2nd Esdras 15. They shall not regard the kings or princes. But I'm just going to quickly go here. Because judgment's being execute judgment little by little, you see. I'm just seeing it. Land esteem, nevertheless. It's in 8, but it's also a bit further down. In 10, nevertheless, even those thou sparedest as men, and didst send wasps, forerunners of thine host, to destroy them little by little. In this instance, it was talking about the land of Canaan, but obviously the scriptures are threefold, fourfold. They can be applied to, in this instance, to what's happening now, currently in this society. It's being destroyed little by little, whether they're putting in thick clay, debts, increasing quantity of easing, putting in more fiat currency into the system, which will create inflation and eventually hyperinflation. Or it's their unjust laws, which we've gone into in blacklisted news. You know what I mean? And you got, actually my point that I really wanted to make was talking about this here. If I can get it up, taking a bit of time. Basically, the headline is Indiana Life Insurance CEO says deaths are up 40% among ages 18 to 64. So we know the issues from death are from the Most High, Yahweh, Bashmi Shai. So let's go to that first. PSA. 68 into 68. I think it's 20, if I'm not wrong. Here we are. He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto the Most High, the Lord, Yahweh, the Lord, belong the issues from death. You see? So only if Yahweh Bashmi Shai wills it, you'll be saved, and if not, it's your time. That's your lot. Escape outgoing. Here we are. So what's this?
Strong's H 8444. Totsaoth.
Totsaho.
Totsaoth.
Totsaho. Outgoing, border. So let me look at the etymology. I've never really gone into this. To go out, to come out, exit, yeah? Go forth. That's the etymology of the word. Yatsa. To go forth, to come out. So basically, you know, he that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto the Most High, the Lord, belong the issues from death. To go out. So he'll save you from death. Do you know what I mean? To going out from death. So basically, Yahweh Bashim Yoshai controls death. It's as simple as that. Yeah? Really, I can't really explain it without going too convoluted. Go to Deuteronomy to reiterate the point. 32. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal, neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. And that's it really. So, you know, we've got these people talking about CEO of a life insurance company, people, deaths are up 40%. This, you know, it's judgment. That's all it is, really. It's just judgment. It's that time. Whoever died being innocent, Job 4 and 7. The head of Indianapolis-based insurance company, One America, said the death rate is up a stunning 40% from pre-pandemic levels among working-age people. We're seeing right now the highest death rates we've seen in the history of the business, not just as at One America. The company's CEO, Scott Davison, said during an online news conference this week, the data is consistent across every player in that business. So basically, it's across the nation, across America, and more across the world. It's a time of judgment. Davison said the increase in deaths represents huge numbers, and that it's not elderly people who are dying, but primarily working-age people, 18 to 64, who are the employees of companies that have group life insurance plans through One America. Yeah, that's just, I don't even need to go more into the article. I'm just going to probably end it there. Couple of scriptures. Go to Psalms 9:16, straight to the point. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higayon, Selah. I'm just going to that word actually, so I have to go back to the blue letter. I think it means meditate. So I looked it up earlier. Psalms 9:16 it was. Read it again. The Lord Yahweh, it's in all caps, is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Go to this word, Higayon, Selah. No.
Strong's H 1902. Higayon. Higayon.
Meditation, resounding music. Obviously, know the Psalms are songs. So I'm just going to it. Murmuring sound, i.e. a musical notation, probably similar to the modern affettuoso, to indicate solemnity of movement, by implication a machination device. Okay. Solemn sound. Read that scripture again. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Yeah, which is death. So I'm just going to end it with this scripture. Where are we? Second address. Second address. So really and truly, you know, we get the point. Yahweh Hashem Yahshai controls death. Judgments are coming little by little. Esau's laden himself with thick clay, which is just going to increase the inflation rates and cause inflation and cause hyperinflation eventually. In total, basically, Esau's going down. It's as simple as that. Esau is a so-called white man. Yeah, so this is more relating to closer to into Jacob's trouble when the nukes are gone, you know, being set off. But in this instance, we're talking about death. So we're beginning to see the numbers of people being judged and death coming to man's. Yeah, judgment coming to man's. That's it. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the days shall come, that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. And this is where we're heading to, yeah? This is where we're heading to. I'm not saying we're there now, but this is where we're heading to. All the signs are there. You know, there's plenty of articles on it. There's the apostles speak about it all the time. The elders speak about it all the time. The bishops speak about it all the time. The Great Millstone, the teachers of Great Millstone speak about it all the time. They've prophesied for years, decades, and it's here. It's here. You know, we're approaching Jacob's trouble. The time of tribulation is to come. With that, I don't want to our Lord's will, that it was an edifying lesson, a few scriptures, around a few articles from the blacklisted news. Shalom.